just me, or is Davao really turning into a giant pizza oven? I swear, the sun's been extra spicy lately. Like I've been using my fan for 24/7 now.
Spicy is an understatement. I'm practically melting. I avoid the afternoon like it's a horror movie. Don't even get me started on the jeepney rides. Overstimulated is putting it off mildly. But here's the thing, Mara. Do you want to know the truth, the hard truth?
Hit me with it.
It's that climate change isn't some sci fi flick, it's our reality, and it's kicking our butts. But get this, even though the scientists or some scientists are practically screaming through the rooftops, a lot of folks are still lost in the climate change confusion fog.
Oh my god, that's so frustrating. And speaking of being frustrated, even though I'm frustrated, there is still someone who is more frustrated than me. And to start things off, let us now hear our voice message sender for today, which is our avid viewer, which is also a student. And now let us call on Queenie.
Hi, EcoPod, I'm Mimi. As a student, I'm just overwhelmed. Climate change is staring us in the face, but it feels like adults and most teenagers like my age are hitting the snooze button. How are we supposed to build our future when the planet's future is so uncertain? We're sweating in classroom, roasting on commutes, even our homes feels like sauna. It's not just about polar bears. It's about our daily lives. Why aren't we learning more about this in school? This isn't a future problem, it's a now problem.
Wow, Winnie really hit the nail on the head. Like, I felt that.
Winnie articulated it perfectly. I wonder, why is there such a disconnect? Why the knowledge gap when we're feeling the effects firsthand?
I think it's because climate change can feel like a giant tangled mess. Science, politics, economics, it's all mixed up. Plus, some people just tune it out. Like, they say, it's not my problem. They say, and that's also the way they think.
Exactly! It's like carbon footprints sounds like a dance move. People don't actually realize that their daily choices, like what they eat or how they travel, affects or impacts our planet.
And it's not just individuals. Governments and big companies need to step up, but they won't if we don't demand change. I also talk to friends who's super smart, but when I mentioned things like divesting from fossil fuels, she was totally lost. It's not that she didn't care, she just didn't understand the connection.
Oh, that is so heartbreaking. Well, not to hurt the people, but also the smart ones can have a knowledge gap about this too. Also, especially when it comes to social issues like this. That is why we've invited two amazing people who knows a lot about our topic today. Welcome, Gab and Kai.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
We want to dive into solutions. How can we bridge this knowledge gap?
It starts with relatable education. Forget boring facts. Let's tell stories. Show how climate change impact our daily lives here in Davos City.
Did you mean education? Yes, that's right. And let's also focus on hope. Share stories of people making a difference. Highlight solutions, not just problems. Climate change is a challenge. Yes, that is true. But it's also an incredible opportunity. An opportunity for us to not only protect our environment, but also reimagine the way we live, work, and thrive together. This is our moment to take bold steps towards a future where sustainability, innovation, and compassion guide our decisions. The truth is, our planet is sending clear signals. The rising temperatures, unpredictable weather patterns, and even the loss of biodiversity reminds us that we can no longer wait for change. We must create it. But here's the good news. Each of us holds the power to make a difference. Imagine the impact if millions of us took small, meaningful steps. Simple actions like reducing waste, conserving energy, choosing sustainable products, and supporting local eco friendly businesses. They may seem minor at first, but when these choices are multiplied by millions of people, they create a ripple effect that transforms communities, industries, and entire ecosystems. But real challenge requires more than just individual action. It happens when we come together as families, as communities, and as nations to tackle these challenges collectively. Communities can brainstorm innovative solutions and organize local initiatives, from planting trees to reducing plastic use. Schools can equip young minds with the knowledge and tools to become future environmental leaders. And businesses can step up by adopting greener practices, reducing their carbon footprint, and investing in sustainable technologies. Even our government plays a vital role by shaping policies that promote clean energy and protect our natural resources. Everyone must be involved. And because of that, your voice matters. Your ideas matter. Every thought, suggestion, and action, no matter how small, has the power to inspire others. Maybe it's encouraging your family and friends to recycle, starting a neighborhood composting program, or advocating for clean energy policies in your community. Each effort, no matter how simple, contributes to a larger movement. And movements, driven by passionate individuals, have the power to reshape the future. But this is not just about what's necessary, it's about imagining what's possible. What if our cities become greener, with clean air, thriving parks, and sustainable transportation? What if renewable energy powered our homes, schools, and even businesses? What if future generations inherited a planet that didn't just survive but flourished? This vision isn't a distant dream if we all work together. It is within our reach. We have the power to make this vision a reality, but it starts with a choice to take action, to lift one another up, and to create a future where our planet thrives. It's about recognizing that the solutions to climate change are within our grasp. It's about understanding that innovation, creativity, and determination can drive meaningful change. And while individual actions matter, collective action is still important, and it is where real transformation happens. So, this is our moment to be bold. And I asked all of you that is listening today, are you ready to be part of the solution? Are you ready to take that first step towards a greener future, even if it is extremely small, knowing that it contributes to something bigger than yourself? Because I know I am, and I believe that together we can create a future where our planet thrives, not just for us, but for generations to come.
That's powerful. And that leads us to SDG 13 climate action. We need to understand how we can all contribute to this global goal.
Exactly. SDG 13 is all about taking urgent action to combat climate change and its impacts. It's not just a number, it's a call to action. From reducing our carbon footprint to advocating for climate friendly policies, every little bit counts. And to explain, SDG 13, or Sustainable Development Goal, focuses on taking urgent action to combat climate change and to its impacts. This goal urges governments, businesses, and individuals to reduce carbon gas emissions, adapt to climate changes, and improve resilience for climate related disasters. For cities like our city, Davao City, and countries around the world, SDG 13 is a call to implement policies, technologies, and strategies to address climate change through sustainable practices, renewable energy use, and effective disaster management. By embracing SDG 13, we are not only protecting our environment, but in also ensuring a safer and healthier for our future generations to come. Is that right?
Precisely. We need to connect the dots between our actions and the bigger picture. For example, supporting local farmers who use sustainable practices reduces emissions and strengthens our community.
And remember, climate action isn't just about big, sweeping changes. It's also about the small things we do every day, like using less plastic, walking or biking instead of driving, and even conserving water.
So, what can we do today? Start learning, share what you know, support local initiatives, and advocate for climate education.
That's right, Reia. Having no knowledge about climate change is a major barrier to meaningful action. Many people don't fully understand how it affects everything from our health to our food and even the economy. Without a deeper awareness of the problem, it's hard for everyone to feel motivated to change their habits. This lack of understanding has become a problem. When we think about things like SDG 13, which calls for urgent action to combat climate change to make a real difference. We all need to educate ourselves the full impact on climate change so we can take the necessary steps to protect our future. Thank you so much, Gab and Kai. So, EcoPod listeners, what will you do today? Let me ask yourself. Share this episode, start a conversation, and remember every action matters.
Until next time, let's keep the conversation going.
Thank you for tuning in to our podcast. See you around. Bye.